Secrets Academy and the first Caribbean Authorpreneur Summit around her book, Authorpreneur Secrets. Write fast, publish affordably, and generate lasting income. As an Amazon best-selling author of 21 books, she has coached several Caribbean authors to become Amazon best-selling authors. Her mission is to raise up 10,000 winning Caribbean entrepreneurs by 2030, to ensure fewer books die in the minds of their authors, that more manuscripts become published legacies, and precious lives are transformed with the turn of every page.
Greetings, entrepreneurs. Have you ever considered taking the content from your book and turning it into multiple formats? Have you ever considered moving from just being an author to being a content creator with your book? And how many formats is your book in? Because the more formats you have your book in, is the greater the opportunity to earn more income, and you can make a living with books faster. Welcome to Authorpreneur Secrets Live. I want to start off this evening with a quote that UNESCO declared in 2021 that creativity is the industry of tomorrow. And this is the age where content is king. And as an author, you're a content creator. And so we want to use this broadcast in our 15-week series. It's now going to be 14 weeks since I missed last week, and we're doubling up to talk about the different ways we can keep the book sales going, keep the book alive after the book launch. And so today we're looking at content creation and multiple book formats. So class is officially in session. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more tips to make a living with your book beyond book sales. All right, so let's start off with the multiple book formats. So most times when we publish a book, and I'm talking to independent authors here because you're the one who still controls your IP, your intellectual property, and you can do pretty much whatever you want to do with your book, versus if you're a traditionally published author, you don't have as much control over that which you've created. So this is Authorpreneur Secrets. So this show is based on this book, Authorpreneur Secrets, or this masterclass. It's not the podcast. Write fast, publish cost effectively, and generate lasting income, right? So showing you how to do that. In other words, how to generate sustainable income. This is one format of the book. This is the paperback. This is another format of the book, right? And then there's also the ebook. So I have produced my book in 3 different formats. Now, when you launch the book, you can launch very often it's these 3 formats. To keep the excitement going, to keep the buzz, to keep the book selling, you can convert the book to audiobook. So that's another format. You don't have to do everything all at once. Each format is tailored to a different audience. For example, I'm an audio first reader. So most times when I go to Amazon and I'm looking for a book, I check if the audio version is available. If the audio version is available, then I buy that. If the audio version is not available, then I'm going to go to Kindle, and then if it is something I think it's worth keeping, then I'm going to print it. And so what you could do is stagger the release. of these versions. And then each time the new version comes out, you promote that, and therefore you build buzz again. And since the different versions are at different price points. So for example, for this is 5,000 Jamaican or 35 US. This is 47 US or 7,000 Jamaican. And so that's a different income stream. It's a different version. As a matter of fact, each version has its own rights. So if you were signing a publishing deal, the rights for the ebook is different from the rights for the print book, right? So the different formats, you can release them differently. For this book, I think I released the paperback first, or was it the ebook? But I didn't release all of them at the same time. And so that gives you an opportunity to continue promoting the book. I remember Diane Batchelor, when her book came out, God in the Meantime. And it's one book that she has, and each year she does something new with it. So it came out as the paperback and the ebook. I think maybe 3 years later, she came out with the audiobook, and that created another wave, another buzz. It's almost like it was a brand new opportunity to launch the book. Another format, you could translate the book. So each time you translate the book, each version of it, each language opens up a different market, and therefore that will also help with selling the book. So Spanish is very common, and so translate it to Spanish. So put it in another language, and that will help the book to go a little faster. Those are some of the things that you can do to keep the buzz going, to keep the book selling. And so in different languages, in different formats. There's also, for those who write fiction, because you can become an authorpreneur with a fiction book. It's just a book plus another initiative that you're using to earn, right? An author entrepreneur. Amazon is not the only game in town, right? So there are other platforms, so you can publish your book wide. That's what they call it. So you could go on Barnes and Noble. You could use Draft to Digital, which is an aggregate distributor, and distribute the book on different platforms. And then now you can again create excitement that the book is available here and the book is available there. As it relates to fiction, especially like if it's romance, you have web novels, for example. So you don't release the book. You may not release all the book at once. It could be chapter by chapter, and people are paying for it. So I recently started reading a novel on web novel. And so each chapter you have to unlock certain points, and each set of chapters come at a different price point. I was so enjoying the novel that before you know it, I was spending $20 on this novel because it was so it was well written. The story was unputdownable. No, most people are not going to pay $20 for a novel on Amazon. Those readers are spoiled. And so by using a different format, you're able now to increase your earnings. You're able to tap into a brand new audience. And that's what I'm talking about. Consider putting your book in multiple formats. That can help to keep the buzz going long after the launch, tap into new audiences, and it can increase sales. So think about that, whether that be translation or the different platforms that you're going to put the book in different formats. I think Amazon has decided to close Kindle Vella, but you have Wattpad, and you have similar platforms that you can release the book in stages, and you can get paid for the different chapters. So it is different formats, different platforms. That's one of the things that you can do beyond the initial book launch. Create different formats for the book, and that will move it. The other thing is that we talk about content creation. So very often authors are just focused on this single product, which is the book, right? And you want this book to sell. Beyond the book launch, to keep the book selling, you can take out content, consider content creation, becoming a content creator, and you can take parts of the book. You could turn those into videos. You could turn those, you could start something on YouTube. So you're using social media. You could be, so you take, you're trying to take the message out of the book, if it's even parts of it, and you send out bite-size content that will introduce it to new audiences, that will keep the book selling, because now you put it in different formats. So if you follow Bamboo Sparks, for example, we take like a section of the book. It's not just a book trailer, it's an actual part of the book that is narrated, and then we have the video with it, and that entices people now to go and buy the book because they're interested in that. So that is content creation. So though there's content here, you can take the content out of the book and put it in multiple formats. Say it's a poetry book. After the book launch, you can decide that I want to release a couple of the poems. So you can record one of your poems and you can release that on social media. So that is content creation. And that can bring it into a new audience. And you can consider vlogging. I shared some weeks ago about the podcasting. That's another form of the content creation, right? So consider becoming a content creator. Take the content out of the book, because some people will never buy the whole book to read it. But if you pull out the content and put it in a different format, not all of it, because you still want them to go get the book. It can be a tease, it can be a value added. You could blog about it, you could start a newsletter, and you release a portion of the book. You can do various things with it, because in terms of the realm of content creation, it is vast, right? And so content is king. Don't just restrict the content to what is here. You could start a vlog, a live stream. You could do videos, use the social media, and build a buzz. You could take the topics from the book and you refer to it, and you create content around that. So for example, for me, my book When Trees Talk, I sometimes take out some of the motivational talks and I do a 1-minute video, a 2-minute video, and I'm introducing more people to the book with the hope that they will go and buy the book. But it's all about content, being a content creator. So you're taking the information or the experience and you're trying to increase the user experience as well. And that can help to build a buzz after the launch. So don't just think of your book as a wholesale product and just say, buy this book, buy this book. You can take out pieces of content from the book, topics, different things from the book, and put it into different content formats to get it out there and build a buzz long after the launch, so that the life of your book is not just with the launch. You could begin to write articles, and then you make mention that for more information, get the book. You could create brochures and different things, pulling out stuff from the book. You could be having like your email newsletter. You could have images, photos, create infographics. Even if it is a novel, you could create some graphic that, talks about the main characters, just like with Amazon, what they do with the A plus content. You could create these promotional items, and then that helps to push the book. So, like I said, video, infographics, images. You could blog, you could create brochures. So, we're talking content creation. You could act it out, depending on what the story is about. What if for example you had a compendium, right? So, or a collection of short stories, instead of only just saying go buy the book, then those short stories, they could be dramatized. And with AI, you don't have to know necessarily go pay somebody to do the audiobook, different version. You could have the AI read it, and that's another way to introduce more people to the book. You can gain followers, you can monetize that differently. And so, my point is that to create a buzz around the book, to earn more, consider becoming a content creator and taking that which you have written and put it in different formats, on different platforms. Choose the one that resonates with you the most, or start with one. But don't just see this as one product, right? Put it in multiple formats. Each time you do something with it, make up excitement about it as well. And then you still refer people to the whole, which is the book. And that will continue to build the buzz, help you to sell more books, and increase revenue, so that you'll be able to make a living with the book faster than you thought possible. So let me know if you have been creating content, additional content, from your book, or uh, now that the book launch is over, or are you only just saying, go buy this book, buy this book? What else are you doing? How else are you taking the content from the book and introducing it to new audiences? Have you maximized all the formats that your book can go in? Are you exploring the different formats? Do you only have an ebook, paper book, paperback? Why not hardcover? Why not audio? Why not translation? So for me, I have ways to go. I want most of my books to be converted to audio. I want to engage in translation as well, because that too, yes, it's going to cost, but it also helps to prolong the life of the book and build a buzz, so you can sell more and earn more and make a living with your book beyond just the book sales. So I trust that you found what I had to share interesting, and put in the comments if this resonated with you. How are you planning to become a content creator beyond writing the book? And what formats are you thinking of putting your book in to keep the book selling, to keep the momentum going long after the book launch? Just a quick change. I was planning to just do this series, one of the secrets every week. Today I doubled up because I missed last week, but I'm thinking I'm going to continue doubling up until I'm finished, and then start a new series. I kind of just want to finish this series, but I don't want the videos to be too long. And so I'm going to keep doubling up until we are finished. All right. So if you found this helpful, again, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share it with another author, and let me know which of these 7 secrets you're going to implement to keep your book selling long after the book launch. Just remember, of making many books, there is no end. So go pen it to win it and dominate authorpreneurship. Ta for now, until next time.